There is this period during the raining season that for about maybe 15 to 20 days, there will be virtually no sun at all. It may rain and sometimes it may not rain, but the phenomenon is that there will be no sun. There will be no sun at all. This period is called the aphelion. So the aphelion for this year is expected to occur in July 5. That is, July 5 is going to be the day where the earth will be at the farthest point apart from the sun. So now, that is the exact day the earth is at the farthest point away from the sun. So, but we have what we call the aphelion period. So aphelion period for this year is 10 days before July 5th and 10 days after July 5th. So now, what do we expect during this aphelion period, and how does this aphelion period affect our solar installation? So in this period, when we begin to move close to the aphelion period, there is most likely going to be rain, but there may be no sun at all. So during this period, you may not experience any sunlight because the earth is drifting away, far away from the sun, from the reach of the sun. So at this point, there might be no sun at all. So by the time we are hitting the exact aphelion, maybe July 5 or 6, it will be so worse that there may be no sun at all for like 3 to 5 or even 10 days. So how does it affect our solar installation? At this period, many people will be calling my battery is draining fast. I don't understand. My solar installation cannot take me from night till morning. So there will be a lot of complaints, there will be a lot of calls. So in this period, there will be no sunshine, and it is going to affect solar and inverter installation. The period is going to last for about maybe 20 days, 15 to 20 days. So the aphelion period is going to take place starting from around maybe June 25. The entire period will start taking place starting from around June 25. From June 25 to July 5. On July 5, the earth will be at the farthest point away from the sun. Then from July 5th to around July 15, the earth will get back close by to the sun. And let's go deep into how best we can manage as we continue. I want to share some tips that will help us to manage this period called the aphelion period for the year 2024. Okay, the first tips that I want to share here is increase your solar capacity. Increase your solar capacity because solar system depend period. The first tips that I want to share here is increase your solar capacity. Increase your solar capacity because solar system depend on sunlight. But that you may need to add more panels. But if you have a moderate panel and you want to manage the aphelion period properly, adding more panels may not be the best advice, may not be the best solution for that period, since it's going to be just 20 days. But the first tips to manage the period is to add more panels. Okay, so the second tips that we can use to manage the aphelion period is to increase the battery capacity. So increase the battery capacity. This period may be a good time to add up to your storage capacity, to your battery. Normally, if it is in your capacity, if it is in your budget to add up to your battery storage, this period is a good period to add up to your battery storage. And it is good that you are hearing this. So if it is in your budget, or if you are already considering adding up to your battery storage, this period is going to be a good time to add up to your battery storage. Now, the third tips to manage this period is number 3, make available alternative sources of energy. It is good that you have abandoned your generator set for the past 8 or 7 months, but this period, now that you know of 20 days, so prepare all alternative sources of energy of the aphelion period. And the 6th tips, which I consider the most important tips, is what we call energy efficiency. This is the most important among all the tips you have gotten an advice to reduce or to change some of your gadgets. If you refuse, it is going to tell in this period called the aphelion period. So your rechargeable fan will last longer on your battery during the aphelion period than your ceiling fan. But in essence, it is called energy efficiency. You have been advised to change your TV, and you think it is not necessary, you have enough capacity. At this period, it is going to tell. So there are some TV that is dropping 300 watts, 500 watts. You may need to go for a TV that will only use 70 watts to 100 watts. So we call it energy efficiency. So if there is anything that you know that is consuming energy in your home and you use with your solar system, this will be a good time to consider changing those gadgets to energy savers gadgets, in the like of TV, fans, energy saver bulbs, energy saver freezers, and the like. So number 7, I said again to round up. The 7th tip is do not call your installer. There is no problem with your installation. So there is, all you need to do as the 7th tip is to pay attention to this period. Or during this period, you are going to need to reduce your load and your energy consumption.